Hi roomies, my name is Jordan and today we're going to be doing a March wrap up and book haul. So let's do the wrap up first because I have less to talk about in my wrap up than I do to talk about my book haul. I actually have around the same amount, but I think the wrap up is going to go faster. So the first and only book that I actually finished was Obsidio. I just messed up the cover. All good. I'm actually going to be doing a book review of Obsidio later on. It's supposed to come out, I think, the next video or like 2 videos after this one. I don't know. It's going to come out soon. Just be looking for it. Anyway, since I'm going to be having a book review of Obsidio, I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I am going to tell you that I love Obsidio. I loved Illuminate and Gemina, and Obsidio was just an amazing, amazing finale to it. I will say that Obsidio is kind of special to me, and not just because it was really good, but also because I have started annotating books that I'm reading for enjoyment. So I forgot who I was watching. I think it was like Paperback Dreams or something like that. I'll leave her video in the description box below, but I was watching her video on annotating because I just discovered her channel. I love her content, by the way. Totally go subscribe to her. And she did something on annotating, and I was like, I know I'm not going to annotate books that I read for enjoyment because I'm just too high class for that, and you aren't supposed to write in your books. And then I watched her video and I was like, maybe it's not so bad. And so I watched a whole ton of videos. Like literally that entire day I spent watching videos on annotating books. It was great, guys. And I've been pushed over the edge into annotating, and I'm really happy that I did. Because now I can go back and go to all of the exciting moments that happened in Obsidio and read the thoughts that I had the first time I read them. Because you know, like the first time that you read, especially like an action book where there's lots of like, whatchamacallit, what's the thing when it turns around? There's lots of like, plot twists. When there's lots of like plot twists, then it's really exciting your first time going in because you don't know what those plot twists are going to be, and then like the second time that you read it, you already know what's going to happen, so you're not really as surprised and your emotions aren't as like bright as they were the first time. So I'm happy that I did it. I actually only did it like the last like 150 pages, but that's when it gets like the most intense. So really excited that I annotated this, and you guys should totally read Obsidio if you haven't already. If you haven't read Illuminate, which is the first book in the series, go pick that up. Totally recommend. So like I mentioned earlier, Obsidio is the only book that I actually finished, but I'm actually in the middle of 2 books already. I know some people aren't very good at like being in the middle of books, but I can do it, so why not? And this book is Before I Go. Basically, it's about this lady named Daisy, and when she finds out that her breast cancer has returned and now she has stage 4 breast cancer, one of her biggest concerns is leaving her husband behind. And so what she does is she tries to find a new wife for her husband. And so far, I am still in the beginning of it, and the writing is okay. The story itself, I really like. I think that we're definitely going to get a lot more like touching and sad moments as we go further into the story. So, you know, I can't do like a big review on this yet because I'm not finished with it. But I did want to mention it because, like I said, I am annotating. I've started annotating recently. And with Before I Go, I have a little key. I forgot to mention the author. The author is Colleen Oakley. I'll let you guys know when I finish this book so that you guys can hear like my full thoughts and opinions, but I didn't want to mention it because I did read in March, didn't just read Obsidio. And like I said, I'm in the middle of another book, and that book is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson. Hodgson, Burnett. I'm sure all of us have heard of The Secret Garden. I don't know how to pronounce this author's name. I've actually already read A Little Princess, and as you can see, this cover is worn and it has been loved and used. I loved this book in elementary school. My mom read it to me the first time that like I was introduced to this story. I loved it. I read it on my own and loved it then, and I've read it multiple times. Absolutely adore this book. I've watched The Secret Garden multiple times, loved the movie, and I've loved what I've read so far. I am still in the beginning of this one too, and I have been annotating this one. However, I started annotating this with pen, and I used a very dark black ink pen, and that was not the best choice because I can't draw straight lines like at all. And it should have like dawned on me that if I was going to be underlining things, I'd probably accidentally end up crossing them out instead of underlining them because I can't draw straight lines. So I've switched over to pencil, and I'm excited that I did because now I can erase it if I make any mistakes, and I can also read through it, you know, whereas with dark black ink, you can't. So yeah. Let's get into the book haul and let's see the books that I bought in the month of March. The first book that I got was The Secret Sky by Atia Abawi. I can't pronounce this author's name. I'm sorry. I was actually looking for another book by her, which I can't remember at all right now. I think it's like The Secret Love in the I can't remember what it is, but I was actually hunting for her other book. I bet she has other books out, but I was hunting for another book by her when I came across this book, and this book is about forbidden love that happens in current day Afghanistan, and I'm really excited to read this because I haven't read anything that's placed in Afghanistan before, and so I feel like it will definitely be a new experience and hopefully an eye-opener. And I'm really excited to read it. The next book that I got was City of Glass by Cassandra Clare, and I'm sure all of you have read this, heard of this, and I am like one of the last ones to join on to the Cassandra Clare train, but I'm on it now, guys. The third book that I got is Monsters and Men by Patrick Ness. This is the third book in the Chaos Walking trilogy. I actually own the first two books in this trilogy. I own all of them now, and they have such pretty covers, guys. Like, I'm not sure if you can see this, but they have clear like words written on them, and like I'm sure that my camera is too sucky to pick this up, but they are really like pretty, and I love these colors. I love them, and I couldn't resist buying them. However, I haven't gotten a chance to read any of them. It's about this town where everybody can hear everybody else's thoughts. And there's this guy who has a secret. But you know, if everybody can hear your thoughts, it's not very good. I mean, doesn't that sound interesting that everybody can hear everybody else's thoughts? I've always thought that like reading minds is super cool, but like being able to read everybody's minds, like so cool, but also really weird. And if you want it some time to yourself, like, what you gonna do about it? I am really excited to read these, but I haven't gotten around to, but now I literally have no excuse because I own all three of them. They're really gorgeous. Like, I don't know what's holding me back. I just need to like find a time to sit down and just go through them, because I know that like once I start, I'll probably just chug on through because I have all of them. That's all the books that I got in March and all the books that I read in March. I'm sure that my descriptions of these books weren't like the best, but I'll leave all of the titles of the books in the description below, in the description box below, so that you can go check them out and read the Goodreads page for all of them, and hopefully you'll read them too. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then you should totally hit that red subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can be notified as to when I post new videos. But in case you don't want to But in case you don't want to, I post videos every Tuesday and Friday, so you should totally come check out my channel then for new content. You guys should totally leave a comment down below telling me what books you got this month or read this month. Bye guys!